Where do the candidates stand on parking meters on Broad Street? We're going to start Mr. Michael Thurman, then Ms. Shonda Griffin, then Mr. Jordan Johnson. You have a minute for this time. The floor is yours.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, we need to do something about parking downtown. I had talked to one of the business owners who did their own survey, and out of the 114 parking spaces on her block, she counted 92 of them being taken by the employees of the businesses on that street, which leaves very little for people who actually want to shop there. However, the plan they have now is not acceptable. There are not enough off-street parking for the people who live there and the people who work there get charged an arm and a leg. So we've got to come up with a plan, but a different plan than what is currently being offered, because there are places, Luigi's is a good example. I spoke with the owner there. If their 19-year-old comes and works there, she would have to walk down a street with no street lights to another street with maybe some parking. And it's not the safest situation. Not that downtown's not safe, but you don't want to be anywhere in the dark at 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night. So we need to get together, not somebody's friend, the people who live and work down there need to come up with a plan that works.
That's time. Perfect. Ms. Shonda Griffin, a minute. The floor is yours.
As someone who works every day through in downtown, the parking issue is that we don't utilize what we already have. We have parking decks here downtown. The problem is that we want convenience. The employees and the customers and everybody want to park close to where they are and where they're working. For example, the parking deck behind the Board of Education. The well in front of the Board of Education should be completely empty when that is going on and not filled with people who are Board of Education members. Those should be accessible to the retail shops that are down there. The parking as it was presented, no, I would not have voted for that. That was not in the benefit of any of us. But we have adequate space. We just got to utilize it. We just got to make sure that we take care of the space that we have and that the employers provide spaces, because we can park behind our building. Where we are, we're on Reynolds Street. We're here on Broad Street, but we have parking in the back on Reynolds Street. And I have to walk. I do have to walk a good bit to get to my job, but there are parking available.
That's time. Mr. Jordan Johnson, you have a minute. Floor is yours.
Yeah, I think this is kind of double folded because, I think with Streetscape coming up soon, I would hate to put something in place like parking meters that would add to folks not wanting to come to downtown. That would have the potential to turn downtown Augusta back into what it was before. And I don't necessarily want us to go backwards. I want us to be able to utilize our side streets. Places like Greenville and Charleston and Charlotte, they utilize their side streets, the back roads. Places like Ellis Street could be prime locations for parking decks and parking lots. But with that comes at putting extra dollars into making sure we have street lights, making sure that our sidewalks and our roads are better, and making sure that we're up in public safety officer presence in those areas. Because I would agree with Michael. There are some parts of Lower Broad where people are hiding in cutaways. I also spoke to the owner of Luigi's, and he pointed out some activity that he thought was very alarming. But again, downtown is not unsafe. We just have to do more to make it better.